Hi, Kyle Zimpelman here. Let's talk about the second step here, which is so the buyer has done some due diligence. They've looked at the property now, and that they've looked at the numbers you've sent them, and they still want to move forward. So, what do you do now? Do you go right into a purchase agreement? Well, that's going to be very costly. It's going to be very formal. There could be some things that you're going to be talking about that you don't need to talk about quite yet. So the first stage is called a letter of intent. And that's like a 1 or 2 page document that's going to say, hey, here's the basic price, here's the basic terms, and here is a timeline for the buyer to complete their due diligence. Because that gives the buyer some time to okay, look over surveys, look over the grading of the property, make sure the water is moving away from the buildings, those type of things, which take a little bit of time. And if there's a big issue, maybe it can't be resolved, then both parties move on. If you've already put together a formal purchase agreement and maybe spent a ton of money with lawyers, then there's a waste of money aspect too that's kind of and time that's kind of gone into this. So the first step is due diligence, then you move into a formal purchase agreement, and that formal purchase agreement is what everyone's going to use to as the template for going forward. So the title companies are going to use it for putting together the proration of the taxes and the timelines that go along with that. The bank's going to use it as for the buyer's financing, and the buyers and sellers are going to use that as agreement to everyone knows what's going forward to get to the closing. So that's the next step.